everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Live Bold by Tila. I'm Tila, and thanks for coming back to my channel for another vlog. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I am on the road to 100 subscribers. We are currently sitting at 28, so we got a little ways to go, but I think that we can get there. We can get there together. This channel is to inspire you to live bold, to do something that you haven't done before or really been wanting to do, and just kind of push past those comfort zones and live your best life, of course. And as I'm doing that in my own life, I want to share with you guys some of those things that I'm doing, some of the things that I've learned, and some of the ways that I'm growing, and just, of course, help to motivate you as we continue to grow and become the best versions of ourselves. And especially at a time where things are a little bit hard, right? We are all going through our own struggles. It's sometimes good to come together and work on a common goal, or feel like there's someone who understands your struggle. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube myself, and I see different channels that inspire me, motivate me, and have me on this channel trying to grow it. Okay, so let's do it together. So today I want to talk about travel a little bit and talk about this last trip that I just got off of. And you know, if nothing else, I'm going to tell you some of the stories, excursions for us more adventurous types who want to go snorkeling or swimming with pigs. So, you know, it was just a variety of different things. If you take nothing from this, if you're like, Tila, why did you waste 10 minutes of my life? I want you to at least be encouraged to book that trip that you've been looking at, to go, whether it be a cruise, a flight out of the country, whatever trip you're looking at and thinking about booking. Maybe you have never even traveled before. I want you to do it, and I hope that that is ultimately what you take away from this experience. So yeah, I booked a cruise a while back. I booked it for my mother's birthday. She had a milestone birthday, and so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do something big. You know, this is a big one. Let's go do something. And so I booked a cruise. No shade to the older folks, you know, but I felt like a cruise is something we typically think of and associate with the older folks. So I felt like, right on brand. But I will say that being on this cruise, I did notice that, you know, all ages were represented on this cruise. I would still probably say that the larger demographic was seniors, but there was no shortage of other age groups, including tiny little babies, just whole families. It was just every race, everybody. It was very diverse in all the ways it could be. And that was a little bit surprising to see, just because, like I said, I'd never been on a cruise before. I had all these ideas in my mind about who went on cruises and what that looked like and what the events were and things like that. And all of that is blown out the window. Okay, like the experience, the people, the different things that we were able to try and do. Crazy, great time. And like I said, I think it's something that is definitely great for all ages. Like, so we saw a lot of large parties, like families and stuff going, and I saw, like, you know, how this experience could encompass all the things for all age groups. You know, some folks who like to hit the casino, there's a casino in there. You were innocent. You took this part and you put it through hell. But still you're magnificent. I'm a boomerang. Comedy shows. There are so many different things so basically whatever you like to do. People who I didn't even think about it, but there are people sitting at tables playing dominoes and cards and things like that. So like, it truly is an experience that you can do whatever you like to do and have a good time. You know, it kind of reminds me of that thing. It's like, you know, life and everything is what you make it, right? If you want to have fun, if you're having a positive attitude, you're outgoing and you want to chat with people, you'll make friends, you'll talk to people, you'll attract other folks. A cruise is truly what you make of it. If you want to have a terrible time and you just sit in your room all day and watch TV or whatever like that, then that's the time you're going to have. But if you're interested in going, enjoying a table of a group of folks and talking to them and, you know, going out and visiting the caves or the beach, you're gonna have a good time. So it's basically just up to you. Okay, so let's get into a couple of things that I would do differently or would have done differently if I go back. So they send you a ton of emails. They're a website with tons of FAQs. If you book through a travel agent or someone books your cruise through the cruise ship, there are just so many resources that you have ahead of time that you could read and you can find out anything you need to know. I did not do that, guys. Most of the folks that are close to me or know me, like, I have so many things going on here and there that I get a little bit overwhelmed with things to do. And so I did not take a lot of time to read all the resources and figure out all the do's and don'ts ahead of time. I just kind of winged it. That's sometimes just what I do. I was just not on my, like, I just wasn't on it. I didn't check the box. I just didn't. I read what I felt like were the most important things, and I don't know what this is. I read what I felt like were the most crucial information for me to know, and I kept it moving. And as a result, I did not pack a water bottle. Yeah, you can bring a water cup or a water bottle, an empty one, to stay hydrated, instead of having to like go get cups from upstairs and go back and forth and try to, it would just be so much more convenient. Or buying an additional cup. When we go to tons of events, there are tons of things that are going on, and you just get the little free water bottle. I have a ton of them in my closet and didn't bring any of them. So yes, bring an empty water jug with you so you can stay hydrated and have all the water that you need. 2, the weather in like the Bahamas and probably other areas, it'd probably be good to bring, if you have one of those tiny umbrellas, the little compact ones, it'd be good to have one of those, or maybe like a rain jacket, because a random rain will come out of nowhere while you're out on an excursion or while you're out touring one of the little cities, or where you're docked, and you might need it. So I suggest, and I would have packed a rain jacket just to have when those showers unexpectedly come down and you don't want to stop your good time. I probably would have packed a little blanket. They also had like a little movie area, but it was on the deck. And at night on deck, sometimes over that water, it can get kind of cool. You might be a little bit chilly if you want to watch a movie or just hang out on that deck. So I think I probably would have done different is I probably would have booked my excursions ahead of time, just because I wanted to probably spread out the excursion payments rather than paying everything all at once. I definitely probably would have spaced that out a little bit. Some of us budget conscious people, that might be a good tip for you. Kind of look ahead of time and check on those excursions. Additionally, I believe there are discounts on excursions if you book them ahead of time. They might offer 10 or 20% off. So getting a little bit cheaper excursion if you're into that type of thing would be a good idea. Look at those ahead of time, book early, space them funds out, and that way, like say at the end of it, you don't have a huge bill. Because that's one thing they will do on your final day before you leave. They will give you a statement of all the things they charge to your card. And that's one of the things that I did do that I like that I did is I attached a bank card straight to my account. So while you're on the cruise, because the cruise is cashless, you can just charge everything to your card. Keep an eye on that though, budget conscious people, because you want to check and see where you're at. In their little app though, they do have like an account summary. So you can look and see where you're at throughout the trip if you need to, or just wait for your bill at the end and see whatever the total on that is. But that was a good thing. Cause like say anything I wanted, a drink, a t-shirt, to play bingo, whatever, you can just charge your card. And even if you're a casino person, you can put your casino plate on your room as well. So that's a convenient thing to be able to do. Let me see. Overall, it was an amazing trip. We ate like pigs, okay? We ate so much. I'm not even gonna get on the scale for a very long time because I already know we did some damage, From day one, there's this huge buffet. There's tons of food. All this we were piling up plates of stuff. Let me taste this, let me taste this, let me try that. It took probably to our final day to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna get some eggs and a hash brown for breakfast today instead of all the things on the buffet. So yeah, if you're, greedy like me and you want to eat, there are tons of food options and most of it's very delicious, okay? Another tip I would say is just probably pack comfy stuff. There are gonna be a lot of moments where you may just be hanging out, sitting around on the deck, talking to people, sitting around, watching concerts and sitting around. There are a lot of times where you just need some comfy clothes, just some comfortable, warm clothes like sweats, leggings, sweatshirts. I would advise you when you're packing, just kind of layer up, you know, bring sweaters, just bring things that you can like double up for whatever the weather calls for. Because I wore everything from shorts and bathing suits one day to the next day I'm in full sweatpants and a jacket because it's like freezing. And there are also some dress up nights. You know, we had a cruise elegant nights where people have on long ball gowns and sparkly colors. There was like an all white night. So you might want to kind of look ahead and see when you're taking your cruise, what kind of nights they may have. And also we took the holiday cruise. So a lot of people had on Christmas holiday sweaters and things like that. So kind of be like checking for things like that you might want to bring. So surprisingly, I actually did a good job with that. I did kind of vary my wardrobe. I had some workout worthy stuff and they did have a gym on deck or whatever. But I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back for that. For a person who does not like large crowds, this one may not be for you because on a cruise ship at any given time, there are tons and tons and tons of people. And there are moments where you'll have to wait in line for quite a while to get some food or catch an elevator. So if you're like impatient and you don't like a lot of people, this one might be a hard one for you to do. You have to definitely have some patience because there are going to be people everywhere, strollers, all the things. So if large crowds, a lot of people everywhere at all times is not your vibe, I probably would be mindful, maybe not to do this one. It might not be for you. I do recommend that everyone take a cruise once in their life. I think it's an exciting experience. Staring out into the vast blue waves is crazy and calming. Anytime you can get out and travel and try something new, talk to different people, just really get out of your comfort zone, I always encourage that. I met a ton of people, and overall, a lot of the people were very kind and very nice. And it did feel like a real positive and fun atmosphere. I think anytime you can sightsee and try new things, go for it, do it. I think you come home also with a greater appreciation, me personally, a greater appreciation for the things I have, my home, my space, my personal space. I did not get motion or seasick, but there are some products on Amazon. You can get them anywhere. It's like the motion sickness pads that you can put behind your ear if you feel like that's going to be an issue for you if you just don't know. I did order some and I will try to take a picture or add it to the screen so you can see why I had, but I did not experience motion sickness, me or my mom, you know, not at all. 2, don't forget the sunscreen. Them rays from the sun over there and them rays from the sun, they damaging. Bring your sunscreen. SPF 50 if you got it. For your face, 35. Bring your sunscreen. I would also say, don't forget to pack a variety of clothes, layer up, book your excursions as early as you possibly can. A lot of them won't fill up, so you will have a chance to do it later. But if you want to spread them coins, like I like to do, go ahead and book your excursions early. I would just say, if you go, just get up early and jump in as much stuff as you can. Check out the comedy, check out the music shows. Try checking in. They have like singles nights. They have like, just everything. Just jump in as many different things as you can. Don't be shy. There are people that travel solo. So those are, you know, great people to have conversations with because they ain't got nobody, you know? So you can hang out with them and make friends, connect. I met a girl that was a solo traveler. She's like, I think 49, 50 years old. And she said like every 3 months she goes on cruises. And that's another thing too. Befriend people who on the cruise while you're there that are avid cruise goers because they always drop some gems when they're talking. They can tell you some tips and make sure you know what's going on. I would say read your resources that come in your email about how to do different things and what to expect so you're prepared. Get to the port early, wherever you're porting out of. Try to get there as early as you can so you can get great parking and just get there in enough time so you can make your cruise. What else would I say? One thing I'll say about this cruise is it, for me, was like another reminder of like, get out of your own way, do your thing, have fun. Who cares if people know or watching while you dance? Or it was another moment of just like, live your life, do your thing. don't let anything like keep you, from, 'cause sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit tough on myself and like, oh, I didn't quite hit my weight loss goal. I can't be seen in my bathing suit right now because I'm not exactly looking like I want to look. And I'm looking at people who are bigger than me or curvier than me or different shape than me. And I'm like, look at them comfortable in their bodies. It's just a reminder for me to feel like I need to be comfortable in mine too. Yeah, I didn't hit the weight loss goal, but I'm on the beach enjoying my vacation. I'm not going to let a little bit of cellulite and back fat keep me from my bathing suit. While shopping around the Bahamas area, we went into one souvenir shop. It had all kind of stuff. It was so fun. And we were looking at t-shirts and stuff and different things in the store. And I see this guy, I want to say maybe an Indian man or something like that. He kind of like gestures for me to come over. And I'm like, what do you got going on over here? And so I lean around the corner and see what he has. And he's standing in front of this bottle. And I'm like, if I'm reading this correctly, this bottle says Big Black. And I'm like, who doesn't love Big Black dick? And so he starts giving me samples, not of the product. And so it wasn't bad. It doesn't taste bad. But but the point is I had to buy the bottle because I had to buy the bottle. I'm like, how on earth are they letting them sell this product? How are you even selling this product? Like, this is crazy. And then what's even crazier is the story, y'all. The story says, it is believed that Big Black Dick was born of royal African parentage. French slavers gave him the name Richard Lenoir. His French captors tossed Richard overboard near an uncharted Caribbean island surrounded by golden coral sand beaches and turquoise waters. After a successful career, Big Black Dick retired to a more peaceful venue of making the best original pirate rum in the Caribbean. I'm gonna do some more research on this one, but pretty interesting. And the last part of the interestingness with this bottle is, of course, I had to ask, where do they make this at? But where is this? I wanted to know the details. One, I was kind of checking because I was hoping, to be supporting, local, and us. And so I wanted it to know. And this guy says, do you want the truth or do you want me to lie to you? And I'm like, truth? And he's like, you want me to lie? And then he tells me where it's from. And, y'all already know the story. So I was gonna give y'all the tea about my Bahamas boyfriend. Okay, so this is how it went down. I was walking into the straw market to get some souvenirs. And I don't know what happened. I turn around and there's this guy and he's got some mangoes or something he's selling. And I'm like, what? Talking to him about that or whatever. And all of a sudden he starts making the little container with hot sauce and spices and all these different things. And I'm like, what is this? Is it going to be spicy as fruit? I don't know if I want this. And he's like, try it. And I tried it and it was good. And then somehow, out of nowhere, my mom's like asking this guy like, oh, you think she's real attractive? Oh, okay, you got a girlfriend? You married? You have kids? Like getting in this man's business. And he is asking her, he is answering all the questions with all the respect. And he's like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. And yeah, I'm single and all these different things. And I'm like, and then I hear my mom like, well, give her your number. And he does. He proceeds to give me his number. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, he was asking me about WhatsApp and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I'll download it. No worries. And I took this man's number down. And then I was like, let me take a picture. Take a picture with me because I want to be able to remember. I was thinking so I can remember what he looked like, but I think I only said the words so I can remember. So he kind of laughed at that because he was like, I don't know what he thought, but yeah, he kind of laughed at that. But yeah, I took a picture with him. I was like, yeah, we're gonna keep in touch, you know, it's gonna be good, da 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 da. And he was talking about, and I said something about like, yeah, I can come back and hang out or whatever. And he's like, no, I'm coming there. And I was like, oh, okay. And so when I got back, I did go ahead and put him in my WhatsApp or whatever, and we've been messaging since then. And as always, stay bold, stay curious, and I will see you guys in the next one.